J.J. Redick, one of the most accomplished three-point shooters in NBA history, celebrated his first victory as head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers on Tuesday. However, despite his well-known expertise in shooting, the Lakers struggled mightily from beyond the arc, making only 5 of 33-point attempts, an unusually low 16.7%, in their 110-103 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. After the game, Redick raised concerns about the basketballs used, suggesting that the poor shooting performance was directly tied to the use of brand-new balls, which affected the players' ability to shoot accurately. "I'll be sending a request to the league tomorrow, asking if we can play with worn balls," Redick said in his post-game interview with Spectrum Sportsnet. "I genuinely don't understand why we're using new balls for official games. I'm serious. Anyone who's handled a brand-new NBA ball knows how different it feels compared to one that's been broken in. This complaint about new basketballs isn't uncommon among players. A brand new ball often has a slicker surface and a tighter feel, making it harder to grip, especially for shooters accustomed to the softer texture and better control of a worn ball. Shooting percentages can fluctuate dramatically when players are forced to adapt to balls that feel unfamiliar, especially in critical game situations." Redick's frustration reflects a deeper issue many players have voiced for years. The NBA uses Wilson basketballs, which, while high quality, take some time to break in. Players argue that broken-in balls provide better grip, smoother dribbling, and more consistent shooting. However, the league typically rotates new balls throughout the season, which can disrupt shooting rhythm from game to game. "Look, I didn't even notice it right away," Redick admitted. "It was during a timeout when there was a long rebound. I grabbed the ball and thought, what? Why are we playing with this?" Players need the opportunity to select a ball that feels right for them. It's such a small detail, but it makes a huge difference for shooters. And trust me, I'm not making this up. I'm neurotic about this kind of stuff. While the Lakers struggled to adjust to the new balls, the Timberwolves fared slightly better, knocking down 13 of their 41 three-point attempts, finishing at 31.7%. But even that percentage was below the average for a team that generally performs well from deep. Redick's remarks highlight the impact these details can have on shooting, even at the highest level of the sport. There's a reason why athletes prefer worn basketballs. When a ball is new, its surface is slick and can have an oily finish from the manufacturing process. As players use it over time, the material softens, and the surface becomes easier to grip, which is critical for making precise shots. This subtle change can give shooters the confidence to take and make difficult shots, especially from beyond the three-point line. Coaches, players, and even equipment managers often have preferences for specific balls that have gone through multiple practice sessions or warm-ups, where they develop a familiar feel. This consistency helps with muscle memory, allowing players to focus purely on mechanics rather than adjusting to the ball mid-game. Redick, having built his career on long-range shooting, is particularly sensitive to these differences. "It's not just about shooting," Redick explained. "It affects passing, ball handling, everything. Players are creatures of habit, and these things matter, even if they seem small. When you play at this level, every detail counts." Redick's comments may push the NBA to reconsider its policy on game balls. Currently, referees choose from a pool of approved balls before the game, ensuring each is inflated to the correct specifications. However, whether a ball is brand new or slightly worn can vary, and teams don't always get to choose which ones they use. Some teams, especially those with strong shooting lineups, have long argued that being allowed to use their preferred balls could improve game quality. The NBA has experimented with different types of balls in the past, including a controversial synthetic ball in 2006 that was quickly abandoned after players complained about its feel and performance. If the NBA considers Redick's request, it could open the door for discussions on giving teams more control over which balls are used in games. This wouldn't be unprecedented. Other sports like baseball allow pitchers to scuff or rub down balls to achieve the desired grip before use. Allowing basketball players a similar option could improve shooting consistency and enhance the quality of play. As the Lakers continue their season, Redick will undoubtedly monitor the situation closely. His comments not only highlight an issue relevant to his team, but also tap into a broader conversation among players about the tools they need to perform at their best. The Lakers' next few games could serve as a testing ground for any changes the league might consider. If the NBA decides to give teams more control over the condition of game balls, it could lead to a noticeable improvement in shooting efficiency league-wide. For now, Redick remains focused on helping his team find their rhythm, regardless of the ball situation. "We're not going to use this as an excuse," he said. "We've got to adjust and get better. But if we can improve things like this, why not? It's about giving our players the best chance to succeed." As the season unfolds, it will be interesting to see if Redick's outspoken stance gains traction with other coaches and players across the league. Whether or not the NBA makes any changes, his comments serve as a reminder that, in professional sports, the smallest details can make the biggest difference. Los Angeles Lakers rookie Bronny James officially stepped onto the NBA stage Tuesday night in a 110-103 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Although the box score might not show much, just 3 minutes of action and 1 rebound, his debut was monumental for a different reason. Bronny, alongside his father LeBron James, made history as the first father-son duo to play in the NBA at the same time. This milestone instantly became one of the most talked-about moments of the young NBA season, capturing the imagination of fans and analysts alike. While Bronny's time on the court was limited, the significance of the moment extended beyond the stat sheet. The crowd at the Crypto.com arena was buzzing with anticipation, knowing they were witnessing the beginning of something special. Bronny's entry into the game served as a symbolic passing of the torch, an introduction to a new generation of the James family in the world's biggest basketball league. Lakers legend and Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal weighed in on Bronny's debut during a post-game segment on NBA on TNT. For O'Neal, the night was more than just a feel-good story. It was the first step in what could be a long, demanding journey for the young guard. "It's a proud moment, a huge achievement," O'Neal remarked. "But now the real work begins. I would have liked to see him get more minutes, but that's part of being a rookie. He's not going to be in the starting lineup right away, and maybe not even in that second rotation. If I were him, though, I'd be grinding every day to earn those minutes." With a last name like James, people expect greatness, but as LeBron pointed out, there are 450 guys in the NBA. And only a handful of rookies come in and make an immediate impact. Bronny's got talent, but it's all about effort and consistency now. "I've known the kid for a long time. He works hard, he listens, and I wish him nothing but the best." O'Neal's comments underline the fact that, for all the excitement surrounding his debut, Bronny is still at the start of his journey. The road ahead will be challenging, and there will be high expectations placed on him, not just because of his abilities but because of his family name. The pressure to live up to the legacy of LeBron James will undoubtedly follow Bronny throughout his career, but his willingness to learn and work hard will be crucial factors in how he grows as a player. Bronny's path to the NBA was not without obstacles. He only played 1 season of college basketball before declaring for the 2024 NBA draft, and that season was marked by adversity. During the summer before his freshman year at USC, Bronny suffered cardiac arrest, a terrifying incident that raised doubts about whether he would ever play again. However, Bronny made a remarkable recovery and returned to the court. Although he was healthy enough to compete, his time with the Trojans was limited. He started just 6 games, averaging 19.3 minutes per contest, with modest stats, 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game. Compared to other rookies, including his classmate Dalton Knecht, Bronny's development is still in its early stages. Knecht had the advantage of 5 seasons of college basketball under his belt, totaling 154 games with 113 starts. During his NBA debut, Knecht saw 16 minutes of action, contributing 5 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists, more time and opportunity than Bronny received in his first outing. The difference in experience between the two rookies is evident, and it highlights the importance of patience as Bronny continues to grow as a player. Given the steep learning curve he faces, it's likely that Bronny will spend time in the G League, a developmental league that has become an essential training ground for young talent. The G League will offer Bronny the chance to gain valuable playing experience, refine his skills, and build confidence in a competitive setting. It's a place where many young prospects, including future stars, spend time honing their craft before making a lasting impact at the NBA level. The journey from promising rookie to established NBA player can be long and filled with challenges. For Bronny, the path may be even more demanding due to the inevitable comparisons to his father. However, those close to Bronny, including O'Neal, believe he has the mindset and work ethic necessary to succeed. The key will be staying focused on his development, taking advantage of every opportunity, and not allowing external pressure to dictate his progress. While his minutes may be limited for now, the hope is that Bronny will gradually earn a more prominent role in the Lakers' rotation. His basketball IQ, athleticism, and willingness to learn are all qualities that can set him apart over time. However, just as important will be his ability to remain patient, embrace the process, and trust that his hard work will pay off in the long run. As the season progresses, the basketball world will be watching Bronny closely. Every step of his rookie season, from G League stints to potential opportunities in high-stakes NBA games, will be scrutinized. But with the right support system and a relentless drive to improve, Bronny has a chance to carve out his own legacy, independent of his father's shadow. Ultimately, Bronny's debut may have been brief, but it represents the beginning of a journey filled with potential. With time, effort, and a bit of patience, the young guard could grow into a key piece of the Lakers' future. For now, though, his story is just getting started, and everyone, from fans to Hall of Famers like Shaq, will be cheering him on every step of the way. The Los Angeles Lakers kicked off the season with a much-needed statement win, securing their first opening night victory since 2016 by defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves 110-103. This win not only sets a positive tone for the season but also highlighted the contributions of several key players, with Rui Hachimura standing out as a crucial factor. Hachimura, who emerged as the Lakers' second-highest scorer for the night, consistently applied pressure on Minnesota's defense and demonstrated his versatility on both ends of the court. After the game, Hachimura offered insight into the Lakers' game plan, revealing how the team strategically targeted Julius Randle on defense. "We talked about Randle during our preparation," Hachimura explained. "There are times when he becomes a bit passive defensively, and we felt that was something we could take advantage of. I knew that by setting screens or positioning myself in the corner, I could create effective opportunities to attack the basket." Hachimura ended the night with 18 points on 7 of 14 shooting from the field and grabbed 5 rebounds. His contributions went beyond the stat sheet, as evidenced by his impressive +19 plus-minus rating. Over the course of 35 minutes, Hachimura capitalized on fast break opportunities and made intelligent off-ball movements, navigating screens and cuts with precision to create easy scoring chances. The offensive flow the Lakers showcased had clear elements of head coach J.J. Redick's philosophy, which emphasizes movement both on and off the ball. Hachimura excelled in this system, seamlessly fitting into a fluid offense where teammates frequently rotated positions to confuse Minnesota's defenders. His ability to find open spaces and finish plays efficiently made him a consistent threat throughout the game. On the Timberwolves side, Julius Randle made his debut with 16 points on 5 of 10 shooting, adding 6 rebounds. While these numbers indicate a solid performance, Randle's defensive struggles were evident. The Lakers specifically aimed to exploit Randle's lapses on defense, and it paid off. Interestingly, despite his defensive issues, Randle finished with a +2 plus-minus, the only Timberwolves starter with a positive rating, a stat that contrasts with the narrative of the Lakers successfully exposing him. As Randle adjusts to Minnesota's system, questions linger about how effectively the team can perform defensively when his engagement on that end fluctuates. Hachimura's candid post-game comments shed light on how the Lakers identified Randle as a potential weakness, even though he is still finding his footing with the Timberwolves. Meanwhile, Timberwolves center Karl-Anthony Towns, who faced criticism for his defense in the past, showed marked improvement last season. His efforts contributed to Minnesota achieving the league's top defensive rating, offering a glimpse of the team's potential when fully engaged. If Randle can find similar defensive focus, the Timberwolves could maintain their defensive prowess. Hachimura also elaborated on the expectations his coaches have for him this season, particularly focusing on rebounding and playing with greater physicality. "They want me to stay aggressive offensively, but they're also pushing me to be more physical on the boards," Hachimura shared. "Rebounding is critical for me because it helps us ignite the fast break, and getting out in transition is key to building momentum. I'm also focusing on improving my offensive rebounding. It's the next step for me, and I'm excited to embrace that challenge." Looking back on the team's performance, Hachimura expressed satisfaction with how well the Lakers executed their game plan. "We did exactly what we set out to do," he reflected. Before the game, JJ reminded us that if we stuck to our strategy, the result would follow. We stayed focused on our system and played our way, and that's what led us to victory tonight. Hachimura's evolution as a player will be crucial for the Lakers this season. Last year, he averaged 13.6 points and 4.3 rebounds per game, showing glimpses of his potential to be a difference-maker. Now at 26 years old and entering the prime of his career, Hachimura is poised to elevate his game even further and become a vital part of the Lakers' rotation. His ability to combine offensive versatility with an aggressive approach to rebounding will make him an indispensable asset as the season progresses. The opening night win over Minnesota offers a glimpse of what the Lakers are capable of when they stick to their strategy and focus on execution. Performances like Hachimura's, where individual effort complements the team's overall game plan, will be essential as the Lakers navigate the challenges of a competitive Western Conference. With a deep and talented roster, the Lakers have the tools to compete at a high level, provided they maintain the focus and intensity displayed in their season opener. Moving forward, Hachimura's role is expected to expand, especially as the coaching staff encourages him to adopt a more aggressive mindset on both ends of the floor. His ability to stay engaged, whether by crashing the boards or finding ways to score efficiently, will be critical for the Lakers as they aim to build momentum early in the season. Beyond individual development, the Lakers' success this year will depend on their ability to exploit mismatches, much like they did against Randle and the Timberwolves. Identifying weaknesses in opponents and executing a disciplined game plan will be key strategies for the team as they strive for consistent performances throughout the season. The chemistry between Hachimura and his teammates will also play a crucial role. As the team continues to gel, the seamless interplay between players will create more scoring opportunities and improve their defensive cohesion. If Hachimura can maintain his current level of play while continuing to develop his rebounding and defensive presence, he has the potential to become one of the most impactful players on the roster. The Lakers' victory over Minnesota was more than just a promising start. It was a blueprint for how the team can succeed this season. With Hachimura embracing his role and the team fully committed to their game plan, the Lakers have laid the groundwork for what could be a very successful campaign.